If you ever wanted to see how an aircraft and a helicopter would look if they were smashed together, then you should look at the Rotodyne, an aircraft which was considered as the next new form of transportation, but all of a sudden it disappeared. A lot of times people might ask themselves what happens to an aircraft company when the military contracts dry up. Well, Ferry Aviation Company asked itself the same question when it was one of the major suppliers to the British carrier-based aircraft since World War I. What happens post-war? Ferry's answer was not to just stop like many manufacturers, but instead they reinvented helicopters and revolutionized the short-haul industry. After 15 years of hard work, its masterpiece, the Rotodyne, was created. In the past, inventors and designers of aircraft attempted and tried hard to create an aircraft that could take off and land vertically along with the plane having speed in horizontal flight. The development of rotary wings was the answer to it. The first plane which was created was called as the Autogyro. However, it still did not achieve the full goal of vertical takeoff and landing. Ferry Aviation came forward in 1946 and initiated to develop a new type of rotary wing aircraft. Their goal was to combine the advantages of autogyro, airplane, and a helicopter. Ferry was equipped for such project. Dr. Bennett, who led this project, was the research engineer at Autogyro Company. Bennett studied rotary wing development in the United States. Ferry's team also included squadron leader B. Arkell and the wing commander R.A.C. Bree. Both of them were British pilots who were qualified in rotary wing aircraft. Compound helicopter, as Ferry called its concept, was an aircraft which would take off and land vertically, using the power-driven rotor, just like a helicopter. It was called as the Gyrodyne. It had its maiden flight on December 7, 1947. It set a helicopter world record of 124.3 miles per hour. However, it was destroyed 10 months after, when the rotor head was disintegrated mid-air, killing the pilot and the flight observer. After the incident 4 years passed by, the Ferry manufactured the second prototype, which was named as the Jet Gyrodyne. This aircraft had an entirely new system, which was supposed to strengthen the rotor. However, when it took its first flight in 1957, it was considered as underpowered, and its fuel would only last for 15 minutes. Even though Jet Gyrodyne was not a successful aircraft, it was considered as an experimental flight for the bigger version, the Ferry Rotodyne. Rotodyne was an aircraft which had a wingspan of 48 feet and 6 inches and a length of 58 feet and 8 inches. It was able to carry around 57 passengers. It was powered by turboprop engines which were underneath the wings. Just like the Jet Gyrodyne, its engines drove a pair of 4-bladed controllable pitch tractor propellers. When Rotodyne was in forward flight, half of its lift was generated by the auto-rotating rotor in the wings. Landing could be accomplished in auto-rotation. The crew could transfer between the two modes of helicopter and autogyro in just 30 seconds. The future of Rotodyne seemed positive in the 1950s. British European Airways and New York Airways were the two major promising buyers to the Rotodyne. Everything about Rotodyne was perfect, but one factor was still unsolvable. Ferry, the manufacturer, was having a difficult time to meet the minimum requirements for the noise. The British aviation industry was not ready to encounter planes which emitted a lot of noise like the Concorde supersonic jetliner. Rotodyne problems seemed to be insoluble, and they were running out of time and money. Ferry Aircraft Division was later merged with Bristol and Westland, and the development of Rotodyne was carried until 1962. After 4 years of testing and the expenditure of £11 million, the project was cancelled. There have been planes which were manufactured and inspired by the Rotodyne. They came in different shapes and sizes, with the V-22 Osprey being the latest. Ferry Rotodyne is the aircraft that probably came the closest to commercial success than any other aircraft created till this day, but unfortunately it needed a little more time, effort, and money. This is the end of today's video. Do you think the Rotodyne should make its comeback? Share with us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn the post notifications on to receive the latest from us. See you in the next one.